Hi YouTube, it's me again. Um, I'm doing this video to talk about a situation that took place today with my son. I told him not to just trust what the pastor say, to actually look into stuff himself. After telling my son this, because he decided, because the pastor said Blade Blade toys are satanic, he got rid of all his Blade Blade toys, in which he loves to death, and threw them away. Following after the leadership of the church. I told him after doing this today, well, he did it a while back, but I told him today that not to just follow blindly or follow anyone blindly, but to make sure that you're looking into what's really taking place, checking people's rapport or checking what people tell you, not to just follow blindly, because a person will have you sacrificing everything you love, and it really has no sense to it. When I told my son this, my family looked at me and said I was a Satanist. Pretty much, they didn't say the words, but they were like, nah, you got to leave out of here, because he can't be, questioning the pastor. He can't be doing this. He can't be doing that, you know, and stuff like that. So today, I'm kind of proud of myself that I'm a Satanist today, because I kind of told my son the truth. Um, I'm gonna let you understand that I believe in God. I'm gonna read a chapter out of Matthew's 23, chapter 4. For they bind heavy burden, and grief is to be borne, and lay them on man's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. What that really means is that they sit up there and they cause you all these problems. They sit up there and they tell you this is not God, that is not God. But they put a lot of sin on you, or test you a lot with temptation, ungodly thoughts, unrighteous things that they start to do. Have you thinking like as if you're thinking in this manner when you're not. It's something else taking possession or taking control that shouldn't be taking control. And they put all of this on you and refuse to remove it. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, you will remove it. And how you remove it is by following the commandments of God. But at the same time, certain things that you're going through is because of other people trying to put you through them. They're putting these heavy burdens on you where you can't enjoy your life. They're putting heavy burden on you where you can't really enjoy anything. Where you have to constantly prepare yourself for going through. So you really don't get to enjoy what God has prepared for you and stuff like that. I remember talking to my son today and told him, I said, in hell, you don't have to really worry if you are a child of God. You don't have to worry about hell like that. You can be in the midst of hell and God will be doing so many wonderful things for you that you don't even know that you're in hell. You don't even know that you're going through hell because God is in the mix and he's working. And when I said that to him, I even told him, I say, you also can create your own heaven when you're going through hell. But the problem is nowadays you got other people, they're seeing, okay, well, this person is supposed to go through, but at the same time, the way they're living, they don't live like they're going through. They're living like they're enjoying life. So we got to make stuff harder for them. We got to place that burden on them. We got to create more problems for them. They just too happy. They're too joyful. They're praising God and stuff like that with their mouth. But at the same time, some things in their lifestyle may not even be right. But at the same time, I'm just looking at their life. Their lives look so much better than mine. This is what your enemy is saying. Your life looks so much better than his. He's trying to take you through some things. Place burden on you. Remind you, God said, my burden is easy and my yoke is light. But yet and still, you got these same people talking about they men and women of God that's trying to place burden of homosexuality, burden of child molestation, burden of you lusting after the same sex, all kinds of burdens they're placing on you that ain't supposed to be for you, trying to give you the spirit of depression, the spirit of ignorance, the spirit of just being a fool, the spirit of being stuck on stupid. So when I encourage my child, like I set up there and I said, okay, well, baby, you have the ability to change things around you, no matter how bad they are. I worked in a prison before, and I seen people in the prison more free than the way I lived my life. And it was a sad thing to see because I was blinded. But they could see. I was burdened with blindness, preventing me from actually being where I want to be, because this is a burden others trying to place on me. Because remind you, the Lord say the blind ain't for him, because he would never have the blind leading the blind. Or both of them fall into a ditch. So you already know it's God's will for you to have sight and to see clearly and to be able to know what's going on. But this is man want to place these burdens on you and have you in a state of blindness, ignorance, senselessness, unable to taste, smell, to see, to know. So I encourage everyone to always question the intentions of people, regardless of how great they is, because it may come a day your pastor may be preaching the truth and preaching the right thing. Amen. Next thing you know, he disappear and God knows what show up in his image, and all of a sudden you are going through because you following something that ain't your pastor. So question a lot of things that are going on. If nowadays you have people questioning God, and this is the supreme authority, you best believe Pastor so and so gonna get questioned. Because I have seen some questionable things take place in certain organizations that are ministries that made me question what y'all doing. Because I don't want my child following a ministry blindly. Like I told my daughter, I said, even if you feel like you're in hell, you're not. God got this. You get what I'm saying? You got this. Deal with what you can deal with. Deal with what's in your control. What is out of your control, you can't deal with. But you got these people want to take you through hell. And I can honestly say a lot of my problems was attached to a few members from that church, I will not say the name, but I will say a few members from that church who did it knowingly against me and are still planning attacks against me in that ministry. So I found it a blessing to be called a Satanist because I told my child not to blindly follow, and it is what it is. Um, Anybody out there, if you feel like I'm wrong, just pray for me, baby. Just pray for me. Leave a comment and just pray for me.